As of March 26, 2023, there are currently 45 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet. One of these volcanoes, which should honestly hold the title as the world's most active volcano in recent times, is Mount Yasur in Vanuatu, which has been continuously erupting for approximately 800 years straight at a low to moderate intensity without ever pausing. Yasur's eruptive activity could best be described as generally Strombolian to Volcanian and is today one of only 8 volcanoes in the world with an active lava lake. With this being said, here are this week's major volcano-related news stories. In Alaska, the Semisopochnoi volcano erupted once again, ending a 2-month-long period without an eruptive event occurring at this highly active volcanic complex. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, the Soputan volcano also produced a new eruption, causing minor lava avalanches to crumble down its slopes more than a dozen times in the last 48 hours. And, in Japan, the alert level was raised at one of the nation's most active volcanoes which has not erupted since 2019, Mount Asama. Mount Asama began to show minor signs of unrest beginning on March 15th of 2023 as the western central section of its edifice began to slowly inflate. In my opinion, this suggested that either a change in its hydrothermal system was occurring, or, more likely, that a new intrusion of magma was moving underneath the volcano at a depth of probably several kilometers. Then, the number of presumably volcanotectonic earthquakes underneath Asama began to increase from 20 or less a day in the prior several days to 39 on March 21st. The following day, this increased to 60 earthquakes, and as a result, Asama's alert level was raised to yellow and a 2-kilometer exclusion zone was implemented around its active crater. This rate of earthquakes has continued to increase, and on March 24th, a total of 109 quakes occurred underneath the volcano. Thus, an eruption at this highly active volcano of a likely Volcanian nature which ejects occasional bombs of lava is possible, but not certain while this seismic unrest and inflation continue. In Indonesia, a new volcanic eruption began at the Soputan volcano on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. This new eruption began at a low intensity on March 19, 2023 and caused the pre-existing lava dome to be pushed upwards due to fresh material, resulting in fragments of the dome to fall off and travel downhill in what are termed lava avalanches. However, these lava avalanches were infrequent as the lava dome in question is currently growing at an incredibly slow rate. Generally speaking, lava domes at volcanoes tend to grow at a rate of at least 0.1 cubic meters per second, totaling at least 8,640 cubic meters per day. In contrast, Soputan's lava dome is expanding at a mere rate of 200 cubic meters a day. Despite the seeming insignificance of this ongoing eruption at the present, an exclusion zone around the volcano of 2.5 kilometers to the west and northwest and 1.5 kilometers in all other sectors is in place. In Alaska, the remote Semisopochnoi volcano is best known for producing one of 2 VEI-7 explosive eruptions during the Holocene epoch in Alaska. This massive ancient eruption occurred in 8000 BCE, forming the massive 8.9-mile wide and 850-foot deep caldera which encompasses the central third of the island. Ever since this large-scale eruption, far less explosive eruptions have occurred at a high rate, building the 3 Cerberus cones. Since 2018, the North Crater has been infrequently but not always erupting, ejecting minor amounts of ash which coat the landscape up to 2.5 miles distant via infrequent Volcanian explosions. Semisopochnoi began one such new small-scale explosive eruption on March 19th as minor explosions occurred along with seismic unrest. Another explosion subsequently occurred 2 days later, and a minor ash deposit on the snow was spotted on the webcam on March 22nd. This minor eruption is quite likely to continue intermittently at a low intensity for several more weeks. Here is a quick list of all the world's volcanoes which are currently erupting. Additionally, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting as of the recording of this video on March 25th of 2023. Thanks for watching. If you would like to request a specific topic, please leave a comment below. Additionally, I would like to thank this channel's patrons on Patreon and channel members on YouTube.